Now on WHAS 11 News, he talks like a candidate for president. He's touring the country, raising money for Democrats, and he now has his own podcast. And you can't blink without seeing him on a national political show these days. Kentucky Governor Andy Beshear hints about a possible run for president in 2028. But it's coming as another Kentucky Democrat has just switched to the Republican Party. WHAS 11's Isaiah Kim Martinez and senior photojournalist Alyssa Newton talked with him about it one-on-one.
I just want to make sure that we are moving this country in the direction that most Americans want to see and that they're not being whipsawed every single day.
In our one-on-one interview in Frankfort, I asked Kentucky Governor Andy Beshear 10 different questions related to a possible presidential run, trying to get a better understanding of his timeline.
Are we a broken country right now?
I think that this country is struggling.
Is late 2026 the earliest where you would sort of consider a potential run?
Yeah, I'm not thinking about timelines at the moment.
You've been speaking at Democratic fundraisers, you've traveled internationally, you're weighing in on national issues every week. Why shouldn't people believe that you have your eyes set on the White House at some point?
Well, I've been speaking out because I'm trying to set an example for not just the National Democratic Party, but hopefully for both parties. In this moment where we need reasonable voices to be out there, I'm trying to be one.
Say these proposed cuts to Medicaid happen. Is that a circumstance where you say, okay, let's do it. Let's do something bigger?
Well, certainly this year I'm focused, and next year, on being the best governor of Kentucky that I can be.
But after 2026, the term-limited governor is leaving his options open.
We'll see. I mean, what matters most to me is that I don't leave a broken country to my kids. And if I'm somebody that could bring people together and heal this country, then it's something I'll consider.
But one Democratic operative said you struck them as a great cabinet secretary. Their words, quote, just not exciting or interesting enough. Your response?
I've been underestimated before.
It comes as the Kentucky Democratic Party continues to take hits. Senator Robin Webb of Eastern Kentucky switching to the GOP last week, leaving no rural Democrats left in the Kentucky Senate.
What do you say to Senator Webb, who says the Democratic Party here in Kentucky has left her?
I don't think any party has left Senator Webb. I think she's looking at future elections.
The governor pushing back, saying it's the National Republican Party Webb is joining that's alienating rural Kentuckians on the issues that Beshear believes matter most.
Right now, the National Republican Party, which she's joining, is trying to cut health care coverage for 17 million Americans. It's going to threaten the hospital system in her district, that is the second largest employer in her district.
We know the governor's popularity rating is so high. He's fond of saying, you know, he's a Democrat that won in a Trump state. But if he were to run for president, you now have a Democratic Party nearly in shambles in Kentucky with the representation.
Growing smaller, right? I think ultimately the question for him is, where does his focus lie over the next year, right? He's going to be the chair of the Democratic Governors Association, so his eyes are going to be on those 36 races nationwide, seen by many as a test. Can he have those coattails? Can his influence lead to other people winning? You can sort of tell, though, when it comes to local races here in Kentucky, you'll see his name on flyers of who he endorses. You'll see his picture next to other people's names. But you don't see him quite back a lot of these local candidates in person.
He's not at the rallies.
He's not at the rallies, exactly, quite as much. And Pamela Stephenson's running for Senate. We haven't heard a single thing from the governor's administration on
From
that.
Louisville. We'll talk. Yeah. You're going to talk a lot more about the coattails tonight on the night team.
11 o'clock. Yep.
Okay, thank you, Isaiah. Let's check.